All right, well, good evening. Thank you, Madam Vice President. So today I have a few proclamations I want to give to some very deserving young athletes that are here today who have done us proud. Some of them, recognition is a little overdue. So if I could get Julio Rivera from the Rivera Boxing Club to come up to the mic. So I do want to say that I'm very proud of the work that you are doing there at your club and the work you're doing with these kids. So I grew up in the same neighborhood. We were actually neighbors when we were younger. So I've seen him, from this little scrawny kid to what he's doing now and the work that he's done. Not just, can you hear me? I do hear an echo. Sorry, give me a second. That was a little distracting. We're good now? Mic check, mic check. A little bit better. Anyways, we'll keep going. He's done a lot of work, not just in his boxing club, but he's been an advocate for youth sports. I remember when I was working at the mayor's office, he came in advocating for basketball, for the basketball court in the north end to get rims. He's done a lot of work there, so I just want to say, as a friend, I'm proud of the work that you're doing with these kids. So the first citation I have, or proclamation, I should say, is for Miss Skylar Alicea. If Skylar could get up, come up to the... The Springfield City Council hereby recognizes Skylar Alicea, an outstanding member of the Rivera Boxing Club. She is a three-time national champion. Most recently, she won the 2025 Silver Gloves champion as a bantamweight, 125 pounds. She's also an honor roll student at Springfield International Charter School. We congratulate you on all your amazing boxing accomplishments. We wish you much luck and continued success. And also kudos to her family. I also know her dad, Jeffrey, going way back since we were elementary school days. So very proud of the work that you're doing there. So congratulations to Skylar. Should I do them all at once, or what do you want me to do? All right. We're gonna have all you guys at the end come up. So next recognition is for Ms. Zuri Coles. Come up. The Springfield City Council hereby recognizes Zuri Coles, another outstanding member of the Rivera Boxing Club. She's ranked #1 nationally at her weight division of the 65 pounds. She is a 6-time national champion. Do I got that number right, or is it more? 6-time national champion, and also a recent 2025 Silver Gloves champion. So congratulations to you as well on your accomplishments. And where are Zuri's parents? You gotta stand up. So just say hello, wave everybody. All right. Congratulations to you guys. And last but not least, Mr. Adrian Rivera. So this one's a little overdue. So Adrian has been killing it in the boxing game for the last several years. I, unfortunately, have only been on the city council for 1 year. So I wanted to make sure you got your proper respect as well. Adrian, another outstanding member of the Rivera Boxing Club. He fights in the youth 132-pound weight division. He's a 2021 Junior Olympics national gold medalist. Yes. He's a 2-time Sugarbird tournament champion and 8-time, and he, not just 8-time, but 8 years in a row, New England Silver Gloves champion. So I want to wish you all the best, and we're going to continue to watch all of you guys keep rising. But I just want to make sure, because we do a lot of citations here, but as a Puerto Rican kid growing up watching boxing, I haven't seen any boxing stuff. So I just want to say thank you to you guys for putting Springfield on the map. So. But I got one more citation. And this one's for you, Julio. So whereas the Springfield City Council is always pleased to recognize a local business, whereas Rivera's Boxing Club has contributed to the well-being of Springfield by promoting fitness, mental resilience, athletic excellence, and community engagement through the sport of boxing. And whereas Rivera's Boxing Club has demonstrated dedication to cultivating the youth of Springfield with that same commitment to fostering discipline, confidence, hard work, perseverance, preparing them not only for competition, but also for success in life. And whereas Rivera's Boxing Club is bringing championship boxing back to Springfield, producing several national champions, junior Olympic gold medalists, and rising stars in the world of boxing. So on behalf of the Springfield City Council, we recognize and honor and commend Rivera's Boxing Club for all your efforts and continued contributions to the city of Springfield. And another big shout out to all the families who are putting their time and effort into these young individuals and making sure that they have opportunities. So kudos to all you guys. Now we're gonna ask you guys to come up.
We're going to give counselors a chance to speak to the young people and to the boxing organization. So, Counselor Walsh.
I just want to say that I'm Counselor Walsh, and I'm so proud that I came down tonight to meet this outstanding group of young people. I had no idea that Springfield was #1 in the country in boxing. I'm so happy to learn that tonight and to wish you all the best in the future. Thank you for all you've done.
Counselor Govan.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. And I am so proud of this group. And like Councilor Delgado said, the families, you guys, the sacrifice that you guys must make with bringing them to the practices. I imagine you practice, and then the boxing matches and stuff like that. I can't even imagine these two young ladies, you know, being boxing champs, but this is awesome. And the young man, of course, I expect that of you. But this is great. And again, a Puerto Rican, you know, as a Puerto Rican, proud Puerto Rican, I am proud that you guys are doing this. Thank you so much for doing this in our city. And I've already talked to the young lady. She's looking to maybe be a Ward 8 city councilor one day, right? Yes, because we need people like you, young kids like you, when you get over 18, to come and fight for our city, fight for the residents of the city, for yourselves. Just keep up that good work. You guys are doing great. Keep it up.
Counselor Perez.
I just want to say, quiero decir gracias. When it comes to sport, es rompiendo barreras, breaking barriers. And I think coming from a family that is very sporty, de la ciudad de Puerto Rico, Carolina, Puerto Rico, los Gigantes de Carolina, those are my family. You know, it's not only the time consuming, is that we get out of our pocket. We go through so much extreme. And not only that, the prevention in the community, because this is very healthy. I give you kudos, thank you, gracias de corazón, porque esto nos lleva a nosotros a otras metas. This takes us to another level. Thank you so much.
Counselor Davila.
Thank you, Madam President. I will be brief. I would like to congratulate three
And I would be remiss, if I didn't say something to you all. So I want to thank Revere Boxing Club for what you do. And to Zuri and Skylar, I box too. So I haven't boxed. I lost my coach in September, Will Chapman, to a car accident. But I mean, it means everything to see young ladies. And Adrian, you are like amazing. You guys are role models to other people that think they can't do it. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I've been in Puerto Rico 3 times, and Catalina, I heard that, including. But I just think that you all are amazing, and we need coaches and parents and the community to invest in our children the way that you all do. So I really just wanted to say thank you all, and thank you for the courage of boxing, period, male or female. It's very challenging and scary, but I see the courage in you all because you're winners. So thank you. So we're just gonna take a couple minutes just to take a group picture, if you all don't mind, for the council. So let's give them one more round of applause as they exit. So I will be reading the next proclamations. And they are pretty long. So the first one I'm gonna read, because I have 2 for the final 2, but for the first one I'm gonna read for Chanel Ford, who works in the mayor's office. Yeah? So City of Springfield, February 24th, 2025, whereas the Springfield City Council recognizes individuals who selflessly serve their community. Today, we celebrate Chanel Ford for her dedication and leadership in serving Springfield. And whereas Chanel Ford has been selected for the inaugural year of the Vital Village Network National Birth Justice Fellowship Program. Say that real fast. An 18-month initiative advancing birth equity nationwide. Chanel is one of 11 change makers chosen for this fellowship, uniting leaders committed to dismantling systemic inequities in maternal and infant health. And you're the only one in Western Mass? The only one in New England, let's go. All right. All right, Chanel. And whereas Chanel's greatest joy is her family, especially her sons, Jasier and Jazari, sitting right there. She serves with distinction as mayoral aide to Springfield Mayor Dominique J. Sarno, playing a key role in daily operations and acting as liaison to residents, officials, businesses, and agencies. She also represents the mayor in public forums like the Mason Square C3. Yep. And whereas Chanel holds a bachelor's degree in public health from Temple University and is a certified lactation counselor, international board certified lactation consultant, and childbirth educator apprentice. She is the founder of Heart to Heartbeat Lactation and Wellness in Springfield and an active member of the National Association of Professional and Peer Lactation Supporters of Color and the Mass Lactation Consultant Association and the Massachusetts Breastfeeding Coalition Board, among others. And whereas Chanel's vision is to create an environment that equitably serves prenatal and lactating families, fostering autonomy in infant feeding through community center, prenatal and advocacy, education, and support. She also serves as a parent educator at Bay State Health, co-chair of the Springfield DHH Maternal Child Health Commission, certified prenatal educator, and childbirth educator. She is on the steering committee for the Birth Equity and Justice Massachusetts Coalition and the Boston Black Breastfeeding Week Committee. And whereas, through her leadership, Chanel has worked to improve birth and breastfeeding outcomes in Springfield, including the observance of Black Maternal Health Week, National Breastfeeding Month, and Black Breastfeeding Week. Her efforts are helping increase access to equitable childbirth and lactation education and support in the community. Finally, now therefore be it proclaimed that the Springfield City Council extends its deepest gratitude to Chanel Ford for her unwavering commitment to a healthier and more equitable future for families and wish her continued success and good health. A proclamation sponsored on February 24, 2025 in honor of Chanel Ford, attested by Gladys Oyola Lopez, City Clerk, and sponsored by City Councilor at Large, Vice President Tracy Whitfield, City Councilor at Large, Cateri Walsh, City Councilor at Large, Brian Santinello, and all councilors. I did it! I just want to say I get the pleasure of working with Chanel on a weekly basis through the Mason Square C3, and there's not a time where we ask Chanel a question, even a phone call or an email, that she doesn't respond. She is active and activated, and she is a force to be reckoned with, and she has always been. Her mom is Vanessa Ford, our songstress of the city of Springfield, which I also love deeply. We are so proud of you, and thank you for all that you do for our great city.
Thank you.
Councilors, Councilor Govan?
Not on? Hi there. Okay, thank you. So I've heard of Chanel's work over the years, and the other day I had the pleasure of having our first collaborative meeting for this upcoming season that we're going to be having. We're going to be continuing the Black Mamas Matter maternal child health event or coalition that were started by Dora Robinson. So I'm really proud to do that. I'm excited to do that. And I'm just so proud of the work that you've done these last few years that I've been watching you. And I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilor Perez?
I met her mom, and as sweet as her mom for many years, many years. And I've seen her in action. And you know what? One of the cultural things in Puerto Rico is the lactation. And the people only knew, how important in the first stage of life of the baby is so important. And you keeping that up, is dearest to me because it's very important for the immune system, for everything else. And I don't see that happening as much. So kudos to you and thank you.
Thank you.
Counselor Delgado?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've only known Chanel for a little while, and I know everybody knows her mother, and her mom is, how do I say it? She is one of our prized possessions in the city of Springfield. But you yourself, apart from your mom, are a prized possession. And I want to make sure you get that, because you probably get all the time, oh, I know your mom. But the work that you're doing and that whole resume that Councilor Whitfield just put out there, like, kudos to you for making your own impact as well and what you're doing. And I know you're making an impact in the mayor's office. And I get the pleasure of seeing you and your boys on Sundays when we do little tennis practices. So I see the great job that you're doing as a mother as well. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Counselor Brown?
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's not much you can say. I know your mother. I always, when I think of her, I always would say she's the sweetest person. And I didn't think they could be sweeter people, like, Now, when I met you, man, it's not that you're a spitting image of her, but you're a spitting image of her sweetness. A lot of times when you have to deal with different people day in and day out, and just to have someone with your sweetness, and you are, to me, one of the nicest people as far as your aura. A lot of times, I don't think people understand with the hustle and bustle. Sometimes even myself, I can maybe be rude. I try not to be. I might, 90%, I might be nice. But 150%, you've always been nice and sweet. And that demeanor, I believe, will carry you through life. Everyone has to love you.
The sweetest. Counselor Davila?
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Chanel, I won't take long, but I wanted to thank you. I have to agree that it was a pretty impressive resume that was read out a little while ago. And just to say thank you, because not only are you promoting on the lactation part the well-being of the child, as we know that lactation really gives that immunity to the child, which he's later going to need throughout his life. But also, Chanel, you're creating and you're fostering bonding between mom and the child, which will also pay dividends in their relationship when they grow older. And I think that we as a society need more of that. I congratulate you, I applaud you. I take my hat off to you, young lady, because the work you're doing is really visionary and critical for our society. So from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you, and you're truly a jewel and an asset to the city of Springfield. Thank you so much.
All right, so we're going to take a picture? Oh, Counselor Allen, sorry, I didn't see your hand.
I was at a community development meeting with you, Tracy, a little while ago at Mason Square. I think Chanel was sitting next to me. Was it? Anyway, that was my exposure to her, and she was someone doing work at night after the workday for a meeting about how to best use government funds, et cetera. So that was an example of what she does for this community. Thank you.
Counselor Walsh?
Thank you, Madam Vice President. I think that's one of the longest proclamations that I've ever heard. Not yet. So congratulations on all your accomplishments and all you've done and your family and what you continue to do for the city, and keep up your good work.
Thank you. All right, so group picture really quick. We got to do this one quick, Ed, because we got 2 more. Sorry. So like I said, I'm not the president of the council, I'm the vice president, so I was doing it wrong. I wasn't supposed to read the proclamation from the podium. So Councilor Govan is going to read the next 2 on my behalf, well, on the council's behalf. And I did these proclamations in honor of Black History Month because these women are amazing, and also because Women's Month is coming up. So I just wanted to recognize you all this month.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. So this proclamation is for this young lady who I met a while ago, and I've been amazed by her ever since. And this one says, from the City of Springfield, today, February 24th, 2025, whereas the Springfield City Council is pleased to recognize Latonia Monroe Naylor, and whereas Latonia is a seasoned professional with a diverse background shaped by her upbringing as the daughter of a military man and training in DEIB and trauma-informed care. Her journey epitomizes resilience, dedication, and unwavering commitment to positive change. And whereas Latonia's educational achievements include a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration from Our Lady of the Elms College, complemented by a Master of Science in Nonprofit Management and Philanthropy from Bay Path College, and whereas her pursuit of personal and professional growth demonstrated from her completion of respectable programs such as the Springfield Leadership Institute and Leadership Pioneer Valley, and whereas as an entrepreneur, business consultant, and author, Latonia not only serves her community, but also shares her wealth of knowledge with others, with a background spanning both for-profit and nonprofit sectors, and, this is a long one, whereas co-founded multiple impactful organizations, one being Parent Villages, Inc., which recently purchased a whole building. It doesn't say a whole building there. Now known as the Parent Villages Nonprofit Center. Latonia's expertise in securing and managing multi-million-dollar grants and programs has empowered numerous organizations to fulfill their missions with a skill set and certification as a facilitator, trainer, grant writer, public speaker, and tax professional. And whereas in 2022, Latonia founded Monroe Naylor Consulting, LLC, driven by her passion to empower individuals to lead mission-rich nonprofits and small businesses. She remains deeply rooted and connected to her community, mentoring the youth and spearheading initiatives for positive change. And Whereas Latonia's dedication to her husband and children extends into her work as an advocate for education through her role on the Springfield School Committee, which she was recognized for at the state level in November 2021. She holds numerous accolades, with the most recent being Business West's 2024 Women of Impact Award. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the City Council of Springfield hereby recognizes, honors, and celebrates Latonia Monroe Naylor for her continued resilience and unwavering dedication to making a difference in the city of Springfield. We wish her the best in all her future endeavors. A proclamation sponsored today in honor of Latonia Monroe Naylor, Gladys Loyola City Clerk, and all the Springfield City Councilors. Okay, and one more. Oh, no, another long one.
So we got another proclamation, and then we can give all of our congratulations, because that one is equally as long. But it encompasses all of Parent Villages, so if all of Parent Villages
Yes.
can stand with Latonia on this one, because it takes a village
It really does.
to grow Parent Villages. So if you all would join her at the podium.
Very impressive. All right. So this one is also from the City of Springfield, of course. Whereas the City of Springfield is proud to recognize Parent Villages, and whereas Parent Villages was founded in February 2018 after learning of the 2017 data, which confirmed 7% of Springfield children were unprepared for kindergarten, grades 1 through 12 continued to struggle academically, and all students faced an opportunity gap. And whereas reviews of data also showed direct connections between high family engagement and positive school climate, which produced students with higher academic proficiency and attendance rates, which ultimately decreased the number of school dropouts. And whereas data has linked student attendance and completion rates to unemployment and various public crises, violence, drug abuse, and bad health. And whereas from 2018 to 2019, Parent Villages gathered and supported hundreds of families throughout Springfield, providing workshops and meetups on topics such as health, financial literacy, self-sufficiency, and employment, and established the Education Matters Brunch to provide scholarships to high school seniors, uplift unsung heroes of education, and honor individuals who dedicated their lives to helping youth and families. Whereas in 2021, the needs of our families and community drastically increased due to COVID-19 pandemic, doubling the numbers of meetups and events to address the growing needs of face masks, school supplies, childcare, toys, food, and electronic devices. And whereas in 2021 to 2022, Parent Villages added a Youth Village Builder program, providing interactive workshops throughout the summer, providing laptops, Wi-Fi, and summer enrichment programming to 78 families whose children were headed into kindergarten. And whereas also in 2022, Parent Villages added an Adult Village Builder program, providing interactive workshops throughout the Springfield area, and added the MOVA program, which primarily focused on youth and adults who have been victims of violence. And whereas Parent Villages went on to expand programming focused on victims of violence, providing year-round village builder boot camps for youth and parents, caregivers, employ parent and student success coaches for our parent-to-parent and peer-to-peer mentoring programs, among other resources. Whereas in 2024, Parent Villages added the Parent Advocacy Fellowship and Youth Village Leadership Program to equip youth and parents with the tools to elevate their lives and those around them. Whereas Parent Villages has served an average of 700 individuals on average over the last several years, provided over $40,000 in scholarships to students through the annual Education Matters Brunch, and scaled programming through the purchase of 32 Hamden Street, now known as the Parent Villages Center. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Springfield City Council hereby honors, recognizes, commends parent villages providing education through 2 generational programs dedicated to nurturing families impacted by violence and trauma. And this proclamation was sponsored by, it looks like the entire City Council and signed by City Clerk Gladys Oyola Lopez.
So I know that counselors are going to want to speak, but I have to go first because because I can't. No, just joking. Because I remember when LaTonya and I were running for office together in 2016, she said that she was going to start Parent Villages. And now we are 7 years later, and look at where you're at, like with your team. And you all do great work together. I love you all individually, know you all individually. You care about your community, and this is only one aspect of what you do for the community. And I also wanted to say LaTonya also wrote a book, but we could have kept going on what LaTonya's done and what Parent Villages have done. So we're just honored to recognize you, LaTonya, as an individual, Parent Villages as a team, and we're going to have everyone back individually at some point. So thank you for sharing this moment with us. Councilor Delgado.
I'll try to keep it quick. I just want to say, first off, happy belated birthday to my birthday twin. What a great honor. I've had the pleasure of watching you step by step in growing Parent Villages, but also everything else that you're doing and the impact that you're making on this city. And as Vice President said, each individual up there is their own powerhouse. So so you guys together, you guys are killing it. So thank you for everything that you're doing in this city to impact our families, our youth. And one of the things I also want to say about LaTonya is that she's somebody who builds bridges. And in times like today where things can be divisive, not only federally, but locally, where people try to tear people down or territory, you're always trying to build bridges and bring people together. So thank you for that.
Councilor Click Bruce and then Councilor Perez.
Thank you, Councilor Vice President Whitfield. Really, I'm just a joy to come in to see my friend and family up there. All those are family members to me. Also want to shout out Mama Page, because Mama Page is the brains behind everything. I don't care. But it takes a village, and you ladies are unique in your own ways. Ayana is a beast, and we got the rapper up there. We got the mogul, the real estate. We got LaTonya, jack of all trades, and then we got Mother Praise cracking that whip. But seriously, congratulations. The work you all do is tremendous for our city. It's an asset to our city. It's much needed. Thinking outside the box, a lot of the organizations tend to get all the funding, but you all stepped in at a time where things were needed, and I just want to say thank you. Quite frankly, everything's already been said, and looking forward to working with you and your team to making sure that your funding is secure the best that way we can, and that's supporting you through your scholarship endeavors. I will say I will be me and my family will be sponsoring my mom at your breakfast. So that was a promise we made last year. We're going to hold steadfast on that promise and making sure that you let you be able to get back to those local students that are doing great work in our city. So again, congratulations and thank you for all that you do.
Councilor Perez.
As a former school committee member It was the inception of that vision. When it came together, it was a big picture, and you make it a better picture. Let me tell you something. In this past 5 months ago, I was able and had the honor to sit with the Naylor family for the creation of a beautiful building that is going to be created in my ward. And looking at the dynamics that morning at the meeting is to the next level. And I hope that the development that I saw goes into other communities, because so honestly, I am very transparent when I speak. Beautiful development, and it's not only for the benefit of financial benefit, but it's a beautification for the community as well. So I have to say congratulations to you, but congratulations to a great family that you have. Thank you so much.
Counselor Brown, and then Counselor Govan, and then Counselor Davila, and then Counselor Allen, and Counselor Walsh.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. I think one of the biggest things was missed. The biggest thing. LaTonya is my family member, or cousin, and that's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is that everyone forgot to explain that LaTonya, why does she do what she does? She loves the Lord. LaTonya is also a first lady who ministers, so it's more, she feeds spirits. She wants to develop. It's a finish line, okay? So I'd be remiss to not explain LaTonya's finish line for everyone. LaTonya loved the Lord. Jesus Christ is her Lord and Savior. And I want to thank you for always still doing His work and ministering the ways you can help the community. So I appreciate you, and continue doing what you do.
Counselor Govan, followed by Counselor Allen.
I will be very brief. I said what I said. I'm proud of you, so proud of you and your team. Mama Page, definitely the head of the operation. So thank you. Keep up the good work.
Counselor Allen.
I'll try to be shorter than Zeta. Congratulations and thanks. Great job. I'm glad you love our community and the parents and kids in it, and you're working on their behalf. Thank you.
Counselor Davila.
Thank you, Madam President. I will also try to be short, and I just have to say that as I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this woman, two things come to mind, Madam President. One, all of them are very powerful women, and also very consequential women. And for that, I thank you. I recently was talking to somebody about the city, and this person told me that in terms of economic development, we need to have safety, and the educational workforce has to be there. But that, I will add a third pillar to that, and that is healthy families, which is what you guys are doing as part of your program. Because whatever equation we want from Springfield, we need to have not only the education, the safety, but healthy families. Because after all, everything is said and done, everything we do here, all our work is to the service of the people. And if the people are not in a good, healthy state, everything is fruitless. And I thank you, ladies. I thank you for being trendsetters. And never, ever, ladies, take no for an answer. Thank you, and God bless you.
Counselor Walsh, did you want to have the final word?
I love the final word. I just watch out. I just want to say that I'm so proud of all of you, and that I'm proud not as a member of the City Council, but I'm proud as the chairman of the Springfield Women's Commission to know we have such outstanding women in our community. Your accomplishments are so impressive, and March, as you know, we're coming into March, International Women's History Month, International Women's Day. You all deserve an award, and I get the sense, even though you have a million accomplishments, this is just the beginning. Yes, so I wish you continued good luck in everything that you do with Parent Villages and with your team. And it's so nice you were able to have your mother come. Makes it special.
So Mother Page is part of Parent Villages. She's the one that I call when I need some help with grants and things. So we appreciate you all. We're gonna take a 3-minute recess to get this photo. Then City Council will begin. Thank goodness. Our President, Mike Fenton, is here to run that meeting. So anyone that wants to stay for the City Council meetings can. You don't have to stay, but you can if you would like to see how it runs. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the awardees of proclamations. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Okay, we good? Okay. Okay, if everybody could please come to order. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Springfield City Council Chambers. Today is Monday, the 24th of February. The time is 7:18. We have a hearings meeting tonight, and we're running a little late, so we're going to get started. Madam Clerk, would you please start by calling the roll?
Councillor Curran. Present. Councillor Allen. Present. Councillor Govan. Present. Councillor Walsh.
Present.
Present. Councillor Edwards. Present. Councillor Davila.
Present.
Present. Councillor Brown.
Present.
Present. Councillor Whitfield.
Present.
Present. Councillor Delgado. Absent. Councillor Santinello. Absent. Present. Councillor Click Bruce.
Present.
Present. Councillor Perez.
Present.
Present. Councillor Fenton.
Present. Will the clerk please recognize the councilor in seat number 8?
Councillor Delgado. Present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Will the council and our guests please rise for a moment of silence? Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, Madam Clerk, first item, Verizon petition, please.
First item is Verizon Maple Street petition.
Okay, anyone here to speak on this item? Say again, anyone here wishing to speak on this item? This isn't, no, Verizon Wireless. Okay, anyone online wishing to speak? Is there a motion to continue this to our next regular meeting? Motion by Councillor Govan. Is there a second? Seconded by
Second.
Councillor Brown. Madam Clerk, roll call on the motion, please.
On the motion to continue, Councillor Curran? Yes. Councillor Allen? Yes. Councillor Govan?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Davila?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Brown?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Whitfield? Away, Councillor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes. Councillor Perez? Yes. Councillor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Matter will be continued to the council's next regular meeting, Madam Clerk, on March 10th. Okay. Item number 2, Madam Clerk.
Item number 2 is to amend an existing special permit motor vehicle sales and auto body granted January 2017 by allowing a change in the petitioner at the property known as 91 Pinevale Street.
Okay, Madam Clerk, this is a public hearing conducted under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40A, and the Rules and Orders of the Springfield City Council. This is a hearing where we will start with 20 minutes for the applicant. If the applicant would like to make a statement, do not need to use all of that time. If there are opponents, we'll offer an opportunity for a rebuttal of 20 minutes. And if there's need after, the council will allot time in 10-minute increments. So with that said, is there anyone here speaking on behalf of this application for 91 Pinevale Street, Orchard Capital Group, LLC? I see we have Mr. Karen here. Good evening, Mr. Karen. We've got new tech though, Paul, so there's a button that you got to press before you speak. It's the little icon with the face, and then you can activate your microphone. There you go. You have the floor.
Good evening, councilors. For the record, my name is Paul Karen, and I'm here on behalf of a former colleague of yours, Orlando Ramos, for a transfer of a special permit. Special permit had been issued on January 6th of 2017. And those of you that know former Councilor Ramos know of his love of classic vehicles and antique vehicles. He wants to apply that passion to a business. He is applying for a transfer of a special permit which had been issued. The permit was renewed last November and the inspection had gone through. Mr. Ramos accepts all the conditions of the special permit, and he's looking to have that special permit transferred so he could sell antique vehicles by appointment only. It's a small business to start. There will be no more than 5 vehicles on the premise, and there may be some auto body work down the road, but again, it's all in compliance with the conditions that were originally issued. And he'd like to seek your approval of the application special permit to transfer the special permit. Mr. Ramos went before the Indian Orchard Citizens Council in January this year and received a letter of approval, which I will submit.
Thank you, Mr. Karen. We do have that in our file.
do have
Yes,
it?
we did. We
Okay.
did receive that communication.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this petition tonight? Thank you, Mr. Karen. You could take a seat, please.
Thank you.
Say again, anyone else wishing to speak in favor? Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this petition? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition, online or at home? Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Any questions from the council for the applicant? Councilor Allen. Mr. Karen, if you could please come forward again, please.
Yeah, Paul, just to follow up on, so taking over this, he's hoping to take over the special permit that's there and uphold the conditions that were in that special permit. Do I have that right?
Yes, correct. I mean, he abides by all the conditions that were issued in the original permit.
Okay. And there was some mention about potential auto body work. That's a future thing?
That may be down the road. Should there be light auto body work needed, there will be no painting there. He would contract out. But down the road, as the business grows.
Would you come back for, is there,
No, the special permit covers
that?
not only the sale of vehicles, but also light auto body work.
Okay, excellent. That's my questions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilor Allen. Councilor Brown?
It's blink, okay. I'll be quick. What's going on there now? Is there,
Nothing. The previous business owner was evicted by the landlord, and despite the fact that the special permit had been renewed and the inspections passed last November, they're no longer in business. So that's why he's applying to transfer that special permit to his business.
so the property itself is vacant?
Property is vacant. Danny Hanoush, who owns the building, said that he evicted the prior owner.
Okay. I was just curious about, as far as that go. I know Counselor, well, not Counselor, but Rep Ramos is, he's a trade guy. I believe that he'll do a good job. I know Danny is a credible person, so I wish him luck on his endeavor, and I will support it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Any other questions for the applicant from the council? Okay. Seeing none, I'm going to close the hearing. If you have a question, if you'd like to speak afterwards, okay. So I'm going to close the hearing now. Any comments from the council before we vote? Councilor Govan.
I just want to reiterate what Counselor said. The Citizens Council, the Neighborhood Council were unanimous in voting to support the change in ownership is what is happening, and the special permit will continue to work. So they're very positive about this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other councilors before we take a vote? Okay, seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. 9 votes are required.
On passage, Counselor Kern? Yes. Yes, Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes. Too many people have their mics on, yes. You had your mic on. I should have used yours.
Yes, Counselor Govan. Counselor Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello. Counselor Santinello. Away, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Counselor Curran on the reasons?
The specific site is an appropriate location for such use. Structure and condition, use developed will not adversely. The use developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use, and the petitioner will incorporate planning staff analysis into the decision as the basis of findings.
Okay, thank you, Counselor Curran. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the reasons.
On approval of the reasons, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello. Away, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Reasons are approved. Okay, permit is issued. Thank you. Okay, item number 3, Madam Clerk.
Item 3 is to amend an existing special permit motor vehicle sales granted February 2001 by allowing a change in the petition at the property known as 731 Liberty Street.
Okay, councilors, this is a continued hearing from our last hearings meeting in January. We took a lot of testimony in that evening, and the hearing remains open. So if the applicant wouldn't mind stepping forward and giving us any updated information since the last hearing, and then after that, we can go on to council deliberations.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Ali Al-Azam, 731 Liberty Street. My father, Abdullah Al-Azam from 731 Liberty Street. Thank you. So, since our last hearing, it was 2 hours. It's long. I hope this one will be very fast.
Hi, how are you, sir? I opened my business 2022, and I got the license 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. This year, the Zoom, I think the city, she tell me you want special permit, and I have the license 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, unlimited car. And this year, she tell me you want special permit and a staying car. My lot, he took it almost between to 25 to 30 car. And this is the old license. And I have license between 2001, 2020, 21. The same, my license is unlimited car. The lot, he took it almost 30, 25, 30 car.
Okay. The permit before us this evening, sir, is requesting just a change of ownership. So just as with the last meeting, it's only requesting a change in ownership, and the restrictions as were in the prior permit, I think it's 10, right? Is that what they said, 10? That's what's currently before us this evening. So do you have any updates about that and the current number of cars on the site?
Yes, we have only 10 cars.
Yeah, I have 9 cars.
Actually,
And so your request tonight is just that we transfer the permit into your name for the 10 cars?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else here to speak in favor of the application or against, online or in person? Okay, so let's focus our discussion then with the applicant. Councilor Brown?
Thank you, Mr. President. I do recall the last time meeting. My main concern, because I'm always for economic development, I always support, but I'm always still cautious as far as community upkeep. I want every area to have flowers and potted flowers, as many as I can. I want everything to look pretty. I know that there was a discrepancy as far as the curb appeal. Have you guys been able to address any of that stuff? Well, how it looks?
We're actually gonna be working on everything that you said last time, as the gate, the paint on the doors.
In the summer.
Right now, we're gonna do it in the summer when it's sunny. We're gonna paint the floor with, there's a paint black thing, you can paint it. We're gonna do everything, but right now, we can't do it because, the rain, the snow, it's covering up all the gates, we can't fix it, and it's very cold outside to be working like that, but we are planning to make it look nicer.
Nice, it's beautiful, yes.
And I know, that was, I believe it's Councilor Fenton area, that they had concerns. And I know I kind of went to bat for you guys. And that's just really one of my main concerns, is that, you guys are good neighbors and really following as far as the parking and all of that stuff, just doing the right thing. Because a lot of times, once we give you the permits and everything, we'll see people just go back to bad behaviors. And we just, I would really want you to just still keep that into consideration. Thank you.
And just for the council's benefit, in this one rare case, I'll just state that Phil's inspected it, Mike Jacobs inspected it, I've inspected it, looks much better, the cars are down to what they're supposed to be. So the neighborhood council has no issues with it and wouldn't issue a letter just for a name change. It's only if they wanted more cars. Okay, so any other questions from the council for the applicant? Okay, Councilor Davila.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon, Mohammed. Mohammed, so you said that you moved I just want to be clear that we're in the wholesaling problems from one side of the city to the other side of the city. So you say you moved the excess vehicles, and I think at the last meeting, you said you're going to put them at your other location, correct?
I think your name is Abdallah, right? Not
Is it
Mohammed?
Abdal? No, Mohammed?
It's Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Abdullah
not
Ali.
Abdul.
Yes, this is Abdullah. Mohammed is the owner, not here.
Okay, Mr. Abdul, so I just want to make sure that we're not wholesaling one problem to the other side of the city. You said that you moved the 20 cars, I believe, and you moved them to your other locations. That's what you said at the last meeting. Is that what you did?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
we moved them to the other location.
Yes,
Which is on Magazine Street.
Yes, 167 Magazine Street.
yes, sir.
And so I just want to make sure that we are not creating a problem for Magazine Street. Are you supposed to have, how many cars are you supposed to have on Magazine Street?
I have this time the same number. I have 28.
How many are you supposed to have
It's 28. sir.
28.
In the license, 28.
for Magazine Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so do you understand the special permit conditions that have been adhered to this? Do you understand the petitions, the conditions
Yes, sir.
as stated by the planning board? I want to make sure that you understand that before we
Yeah,
do answer.
we
Okay.
understand.
And so I just want to reemphasize what sort of Councilor Brown hinted to. I urge you not to park cars on the sidewalk. We're going to find out.
Yes.
That's just an absolute no. Because Councilor Brown is right. After we get the permit, people think that we don't notice things, and we can yank the permit from you if we have to. I want to make sure that's not the case. You follow me? Okay. With that being said, Mr. President, I also had a conversation with the council, neighborhood council, and they have no issues. And so I see no issues moving forward with this. Thank you, Mr. President.
Very good. Councilor Whitfield.
Just briefly, I have driven by there since I live over there. I purposefully drive by the location. There hasn't been any cars on the sidewalk. I think they're grown adults, so we don't have to chastise them about it. So I definitely support you.
Thank you, Councilor Whitfield. Any other councilors? Okay. Seeing none, I'm going to close the hearing. Hearing's closed. Okay, councilors, any discussion before we take a vote? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll on approval of the permit.
On approval of the permit, Councilor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Counselor Curran on the reasons.
It's an appropriate location for such a use, structure, or condition. The use as developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use, and the petitioner will incorporate the planning staff analysis into the decision at the basis of the findings.
Thank you, Counselor Curran. Madam Clerk, roll call on the reasons.
On approval of the reasons, Counselor Curran?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan? Yes, Counselor Walsh?
Yes,
Yes, Counselor Edwards?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez?
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton?
Yes, more than sufficient. Permit is approved. Thank you. Congratulations. Much quicker than last time, like you asked. That was fun. Okay, item number 4, Madam. Item number 4. Item number 4, Madam Clerk.
Item 4 is for a special permit for motor vehicle repairs and motor vehicle sales as an accessory use
Okay.
at the property known as 433 Main Street.
Is there anyone here to speak on this petition? Good evening, sir. Please step forward. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Please state your name and address for the record. Thank you.
Daniel Alpiarza, 433 Main Street.
Please tell us a little bit about the permit you're requesting tonight.
Currently, automotive repair shop and state inspections, and I want to sell some cars out of there as well. As an accessory, I'm asking for 5 max, but 95% of my business will still be repairs.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this petition in person or online? You can take a seat, sir. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor? Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Say again, anyone wishing to speak in opposition in person or online? Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Are there any questions from the council for the applicant? Okay. See, Councilor Govan.
This is an Indian Orchard. So right now, what is there is a repair shop?
And state inspection facility.
And where exactly is it located?
I'm right beside the plaza.
Oh, next to the plaza?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been there 3 years. I did a lot of updates to the building.
Okay, yeah, I've driven by there and it looks nicer, definitely. Did anyone say that you should go to the neighborhood council and talk to them about it, or no?
I did not get that.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions for the applicant? Okay. I'm going to close the hearing. Is that all right with everybody? Hearing's closed. Okay, discussion? Madam, Councilor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. I really think, I used to sell cars a long time ago when I was a kid, I mean, in college and doing all that stuff. So I do know most businesses, as far as auto repairs, they have put other vehicles on their lot to sell, to make money. I would just emphasize a lot of times with the vehicles that you're looking now to service, I know as a repair person, you know, to kind of like keep everything clean and nice and everything. So I'm in support. I do know it's kind of like a hybrid type of business, as long as you don't get too carried away, the amount of vehicles that you put. How many?
I'm asking for
Five?
five, yeah.
So that to me, most people do it. So I would say good luck to you. And that's it. And I'll support it.
Okay, any other counselors with comment? Counselor Whitfield.
So you repair vehicles as well? Yes. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. I just seen it in there, but I didn't hear that. Yeah. Okay. Because I need some repair and I need a sticker. I'm just asking for my own selfish gain.
I need the hours.
Yeah, my sticker's up. Counselor Curran?
This is questions for Phil Dromey. If you can give us, Phil, if you're there, some background on this
And
petition.
thank you, Phil, for joining us. Phil's feeling under the weather, so he wasn't able to be here in person. Go ahead, Phil.
Thank you. Sorry for not being there, but this is an existing repair operation. So as allowed in Business A, you are allowed to sell used cars as an accessory use. So the operator is limited to no more than 5 cars at any one time. So we did a site visit and there appears to be enough room for both customer parking and 5 vehicles to be sold at this location.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Counselor Curran. Counselor Allen?
I'm all right.
Okay.
With
Counselor,
Phil's explanation, I'm fine, thank you.
Counselor Govan?
Thank you. So I'm the president of the Indian Orchard Citizens Council, which is the neighborhood council. And usually when these things like this come to our neighborhood, the board likes to hear and the neighbors like to hear what's going on. I can't speak for the board and I can't speak for the council because we take votes on there. But I feel pretty confident that you've been doing a good job there and that you'll continue to do that. Just be mindful maybe that some of our board members might come to visit you and just say hi, just to check on you and stuff like that. But I'm in favor of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Govan. Okay, any other counselors? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please. Counselor Santinello, sorry, Counselor.
Yeah. Just a quick question. How many employees do you have?
I'm sorry, 2 total.
2 total? Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Santinello. Counselor Brown.
I just had something real quick, just to piggyback off of Counselor Govan. What I would suggest you do, for the sake of the community, I don't know when her neighborhood council actually meet, but I would bring cards, and I know it's like on a Tuesday of Wednesday. And the community will be there. It'll give you a chance to say hi and introduce yourself. I think that'd be a good idea, to at least come and introduce yourself to the community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Counselor Brown. Seeing no further comments, Madam Clerk, please call the roll on approval of the permit.
On approval of the permit, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes?
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Cliff Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Counselor Curran on the reasons.
The specific site is an appropriate location for such a use, structure, or condition. The use as developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use, and the petition will incorporate the planning staff analysis into the decision at the basis of the findings.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the reasons.
On approval of the reasons, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Cliff Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Permit is approved. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Okay, Madam Clerk, last item, item number 5.
Item 5 is to amend an existing special permit, motor vehicle sales repairs granted July 2014 by allowing a change in the petitioner to operate a motor vehicle service station, gas station at the property known as 295 Allen Street.
Okay. Good evening, Attorney Hogan. Thank you.
Good evening,
and
Alex
address,
Hogan,
please. Thank you.
representing Nazario J&G Auto Repair LLC. Mr. Nazario is here today with us. This 295 Allen Street, Mr. Nazario has been operating the business currently since 2020 under the existing ownership, which is 295 State Street. The proposed use is not going to change, except he is looking to, in addition, just add the gas station and change the existing permit into his name. He accepts all of the recommended conditions from planning. He's also seeking Class 2 and 3 licenses. We have a hearing on Thursday on that. I think there may have been some concern about the Class 3, which is the junkyard license. That will be essentially just Mr. Nazario is purchasing some parts to be put into new vehicles. It's not going to be a junkyard, as that term sounds. So we're happy to entertain any questions.
Thank you, Attorney Hogan. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this petition? Say again, anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this petition in person or online? Seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. Anyone here to speak in opposition? Say again, anyone here wishing to speak in opposition in person or online? Okay, seeing none, that closes this portion of the hearing. There are questions from the council. Councilor Brown.
Will they, now you say it's going to be a gas station, convenience store? Any food?
Yes, there is existing at a convenience store, I think, with snacks and things of that nature.
Okay. I would, you guys got fruits and stuff in there too? If you could, yeah.
Introduce yourself, name and address first, please.
My name is Jose Nazario. We sell right now soda, chips, candies, and stuff to the clients eat into waiting for, some stuff.
So it's
fix the
minimum
car.
like snacks and
Yep.
things?
Yep.
Okay. And do you have a freezer?
For the soda and for the candies and stuff, yes.
Okay, I always, it sounds good. I mean, to me, I always, did you have a chance to talk to anybody in the neighborhood? How did they?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, yes, we did visit the Forest Park Civic Association. I think that was on February 11th.
Okay. And, I mean, to me, as far as being able to bring business here, I mean, I definitely commend you and wish you good luck. But I would just add, if you could maybe throw a couple oranges and bananas, as far as just, because in my area, every time they put in gas stations, we were promised that they were going to put more holistic food, like fruits and vegetables and things like that. And as soon as they built it, they put a chicken place in it, so I can't tell you what to do, but it's always good to have a little fruits and vegetables sitting there, healthy stuff for the early morning thing, but good luck to you.
Well, to respect to that, my wife and me, we live in Hamden. We got a house in Springfield, but decide a little bit move to Hamden because we like animals and we like to plant. We got horses, we like chickens, and we plant vegetables. And sometimes when it's the eggs, the chicken have a good head a lot, we put in a store. We got a permit to sell eggs and meals and stuff. We put those eggs over there. And in the summertime, when Like this time, we plant pickles, tomatoes, peppers, green peppers, sweet peppers. And it was really good amount, and we use a lot. Some we give it to the church, peoples, we put a basket, and sometimes we put it in the front of the store, and with my daughter, and I share, and she sell the vegetable to the people, just to teach, sell stuff. Yeah.
Good luck. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Councilor Davila.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening to everybody. Mr. President, is Phil on the line?
Yep, I'm here.
Good evening, Phil. I hope you feel better soon, bud.
Thank you.
Phil, I just want to make sure, first of all, Mr. President, Mr. Nazario, along with the Attorney Hogan, did appear with the Forest Park Civic Association about 2 weeks ago, give or take, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And they made a good presentation. I just doing my due diligence. Attorney Hogan did give us an explanation about the junkyard type 3, I believe. But Mr. Nazario will need that permit with that category to be able to sell tires out of the location, correct?
You asking me, Counselor?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my understanding that along with some of the parts that they're using, the class 3, quote unquote junkyard license is required to sell the used tires that they sell at this location as well. Just so the council's aware, I am having a meeting with the License Commission on Wednesday to get a little clarification on this, because it's, we want to make sure that while the junkyard license is issued, that it can't be then interpreted that it's a full junkyard, because a junkyard at this location would not be allowed. It certainly wouldn't trigger a special permit, even if it was. So the class 3 junkyard license is specifically for the tires and the parts that they're using for the cars, not for the storage of vehicles.
Understood. Okay. And now, just to be doing my due diligence, Mr. Nazario, you do understand that this is not for a junkyard, correct? Just to sell tires,
Yes,
along with the other functions as a gas station and light mechanic work, correct?
Yes, I know that.
Okay. Madam Clerk, just to be doing my due diligence, have we had any correspondence from the Forest Park Civic Association?
I haven't received anything.
You have not? Okay. As I stated, Mr. President, Mr. Nazario and Attorney Hogan did appear in front of the Forest Park Civic Association, gave a good presentation. And so he's gone out his way, he's reached out to us. One final question, Attorney Hogan or Mr. Nazario. There's no relationship between 295 Allen Street and 288 Allen Street, correct? Across the street from you?
No, 295 is my business. The other one is across the street. No, it's not mine.
Okay, so you won't be storing vehicles on 288 Allen Street as part of your operations?
No.
Okay, just making sure that everybody's clear on that before we move forward. As being consistent, being due diligent with hopefully everything that I do. Mr. President, I see no issue with this. It's in my neighborhood. As I mentioned before, they appear in front of the Forest Park Civic Association, and it's being used already, and I will be voting in favor of this. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Davila. Councilor Whitfield.
Thank you, Mr. President. So there can be 2 vehicles for sale, but how many can be parked, Phil?
Well, I think between, there's a number of uses going on at this location. So between customers waiting for repairs, there is no technical limit on that. The only limit we have is that the most cars they can store on the lot at any one time is 2. Again, the other cars being parked there have to be registered and operable. So you can't store inoperable junk vehicles at this location. So the other vehicles being stored there would be, I'm assuming, customer cars and cars are waiting to be fixed.
Okay, because I mean, I drive by this location quite a bit, and it seems like there's more than 2 cars there all the time. So I just want to make sure that that's understood, that parked at night, there can only be like 2 vehicles, period.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because, and then the sidewalk, is there a sidewalk right there? There is?
There is a sidewalk out front, yes.
Oh, because, okay. I just remember seeing those tires, and the tires, they can be stored right in front like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to defer from code, but I don't believe there's anything that specifically prohibits that. I did check while I was over there that they are not being stored on the public sidewalk, and I did not see any vehicles being parked on the public sidewalk while I was there as well. But yeah, you know, it doesn't look the best, but I'm not sure if there's any particular regulation that says that they can't.
Okay, do you plan on keeping the tires right in front, right there?
That is only for the people, know that their business sell used or new tires. It's just to present the tires, and the people, they pass over there, know there is a tire place. It's just every night, you see it's in a little cars, every night it just puts it inside the business, and in the morning just put it outside, just so the people see the product that we sell.
That they're tires or so, okay. Because you can also include that on the sign that you sell tires there. Because, yeah, I didn't know why they were always there, but I guess that's understandable. And if there's no code violation, then there's no code violation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Whitfield. Councilor Allen?
Thanks, Mr. President. It's an interesting one for me because it's right on the border between Forest Park and East Forest Park. And I want to just give a shout out to Frank Ryan in the back row. I asked him this afternoon if this had come before East Forest Park, and he was willing to come to the meeting, but didn't come to East Forest Park because it went to Forest Park. It's right on the border between the two. So it has been to the Civic Association. I had my car repaired at Lenny's across the street for 40 years. It's a congested area. There's traffic coming all over the place from Allen Street, from Orange Street. And so it's good that you spoke up, Tracy, on it about the appearance of it, because the tires are often been out like by the sidewalk and stuff. It's not really attractive at all when that's done. And Lenny, I remember Lenny, he's been retired for a couple of years. He used to complain about that code was not being strong enough on the appearance of the place. So I'm glad Phil was there and told us about the restrictions, et cetera. There's accidents at that intersection, and you just kind of park cleaners is in the middle. But I don't have any reason to object to it, other than just if you would just, be really careful about how you display things and stuff, because there's so many cars go through there. Frank, thanks for coming. I didn't realize they had been to Forest Park. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Allen. Any other councilors? Okay, Councilor Whitfield?
Would you be open to moving those tires like to the side, or, because I didn't know that there was a sidewalk there, because all I see is those tires when I drive over there. Is there any other location that you can put those tires?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, just even if it's off to the side, because that looks terrible. There's no other way that I can say it, but it really looks terrible right there. And I do drive by there quite a bit, and it just doesn't look good. And that's why I was like, there's a sidewalk right there, because the tires just, takes over all the view of everything else. So, if you could do that, that would be great. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Whitfield. Any other councilors? Councilor Allen?
Just one more thing. After Leonard sold his business or moved out, his last day of operation was November of 22. So you might have seen other people move in. I'm not sure if he still owns they put in a laundromat there in the back building, is now a laundromat. I don't know if Lenny still owns the land or whatever, but the next people that came in had cars all over the place, as much as 30 cars. It's toned down a little bit, but Phil, you might mention that to Mike or whatever. At first they had cars parked every which way all over the place. And I know code went out and looked at it. And that's not you guys, so I'm not trying to speak. But just that area, I'm not sure what the business is that's in there now, but there's still car repairs. But that whole area, I'm with Tracy on it, just that whole area just needs to be clean. Not cleaned up, but, just go along with what Tracy said before. So, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Allen. Any other councilors, questions for the applicant? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to close the hearing. Any councilors who, would you like a motion or? Okay, Councilor Whitfield.
If I could.
You can.
I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but I would like to add a condition to not have the tires located in the front I know they sell tires and they can as part of their permit, but if we can add a condition to move the tires from the front of the location, so that we can make sure that that happens,
Okay, so no, just to clarify the motion, no tires displayed in the front of the?
Yes, no tires displayed in the front of the location.
Okay, motion made by Councilor Whitfield, seconded by Councilor Davila. Is there any discussion on that motion? Okay, seeing none. Councilor Santinella. You are on mute, Councilor Santinella.
Because I drive there every day, and if he could just focus tires away there, that would be fantastic, and I'm going to vote for that amendment.
Oh, sorry, thank you. That's what you were pointing to me about. Madam Clerk, any other counselors? Okay, Councilor Delgado?
Not to, I hear everybody on the tire issue. I guess, did Phil say that there was nothing wrong with that? I mean, were tires always there with the previous business? And I guess my question, so that's one to Phil, but I guess a question to the business owner, moving the tires, it sounds like it's not a big issue, but would that be a detriment? Like, do you make a lot of money off the sale of tires?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
I guess, how much of your business is from selling of the tires?
Well, I can move it, it's just to... Oh, financial impact the business? Well, always I was there to show the people what is my my product, There is a new and used tires. It's just to show the people that go fast and see a little bit more the product, I don't think so there's gonna be any issue, because it's already established a business. Everybody know the quality of the tire or the tire and the service that I do, Right now in this moment, I can move it because it's already know what exactly is the business.
Okay. I mean, I asked the question just because, that lot is not a very big lot. So I was, when I looked, the only place for parking are on either ends of it. So I just wanted to make sure that us doing that is not going to negatively impact his business, especially if that's something that's been done in previous businesses. And when you're looking at the pictures, the tree belt there, grass looks cut, but if you look at the tree belt across the street, tree belt is overgrown, right? So I'm just trying to make sure that we're not doing any unnecessary things to him that previous people were allowed to do. That was my only concern. But if it's not a big issue for him, it's not a big issue for me then.
Thank you, Councilor Delgado. Okay, any other counselors? We have a motion on the floor. Motion to require the applicant to refrain from storing tires for display outside of the premises in the front of the property. Any other discussion on the motion? Motion was made by Councilor Whitfield, seconded by Councilor Davila. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
I'd like to address that if I can.
Okay, Councilor
I'm
Walsh.
looking at the picture, and it's obvious that the tires are a big part of this gentleman's business. Why can't we just I don't think we should limit all of them. I think we should allow some of them, but maybe the motion should say reduce the number of tires that he has. Because we don't want to
Well-
impact his business.
That's Counselor Walsh's perspective. Anybody wish to be heard? Counselor Davila?
Thank you, Mr. President. I will tend to agree. I personally don't see anything detrimental with keeping the tires there. However, if he already said, if Phil did already say that there's no co-violation per se, and Mr. Nazario is agreeing that it's not a detriment to him, I mean, we can look at this different ways, but if he's willing to not display them, that's fine. He says it's not going to detriment, it's not going to hurt his business. Business being solidly there for quite a few years. And so that's just what I'm thinking right now. I see, ideally, it will not be there, but the motion has been made, and, you know, it's not going to hurt his business according to him. So if he said that it will, then it will be different, but thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Davila. Counselor Whitfield?
I just wanted to say, like, just because things were done a certain way in the past doesn't mean that we always have to do them the same way, number one. And number two, there's other ways to advertise tires, like putting it on your sign. You can just easily sell tires somewhere on the sign, and that will eliminate, you know, that issue. I used to work at a sign and design company, so it's not that expensive to add 4 letters onto a sign. But he did say it wouldn't impact him negatively. So he already has a great reputation, and we just want to like make some changes in the neighborhood to beautify it for people that travel that way often. So I'm not going to tailor the motion.
Okay, thank you, Counselor Whitfield. Any other counselors? Okay, Counselor Perez.
Just very briefly, and this is for Phil, there's not an ordinance in terms of the tires being in front, because
I don't believe so. You know, I don't disagree that it's not the best looking setup, but I don't believe there's a specific restriction that says you cannot display tires. So I could be wrong, but I don't believe there is.
Could you
But
please?
just to clarify, you definitely can't store them on the sidewalk.
Right.
Right, you definitely cannot store them on the sidewalk, but these are not being stored on the sidewalk. I specifically double checked that.
And I want to clarify that because then I will be emailing you. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Perez. Okay, any other counselors on the motion? Okay, the motion is to prohibit the display of tires in the front of the property for purposes of sale. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the motion.
On adding the condition, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
No,
No, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
No.
No, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, one sufficient. Amendment is adopted. Any discussion on the permit as a whole before we take a final vote? Okay, seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. A yes vote is in favor of the special permit as amended. A no vote is against.
On adopting the special, or approving the special permit, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
yes,
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello. Yes, Counselor Click Brooks.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Counselor Curran on the reasons, please.
The specific site is an appropriate location for such a use, structure, or condition. The use as developed will not adversely affect the neighborhood. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use, and the permit will incorporate planning staff analysis into the decision at the basis of the findings.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
On accepting the reasons, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Permit is granted. Congratulations. Thank you. Madam Clerk, any more business this evening?
No, there's not.
Okay, council will stand adjourned. Our next meeting is scheduled for March 10th. Thank you, everybody.